Picture this: cancer. The word alone sends shivers down our spine, doesn't it? Whether you've faced it yourself or seen a loved one struggle, it's a heart-wrenching experience. The American Cancer Society reports that the US sees a staggering 1.9 million cancer cases and 609,360 deaths annually. That's 1,670 lives lost every day, enough to make even the bravest among us lose hope. Despite billions of dollars poured into research, a cure for cancer remains elusive. But fear not. But what if I told you that a glimmer of hope is waiting for us beneath the waves? According to experts, age and weight are said to be the recipe for a cancer disaster. If you age and pack on some pounds, your chances of getting cancer go up. But hold up. Blue whales are breaking all the rules. These behemoths, being the largest mammals in the world, don't have to worry about this evil disease. Not even a bit. Can you imagine that? The question is, why aren't blue whales cursed with cancer? If we crack the code, we might just be able to give ourselves a fighting chance against cancer too. First off, let's get familiar with the link between age, weight, and cancer risk. You know what they say, scientists joke that whales shouldn't have gone extinct a long time ago because they're too big to escape the clutches of cancer. But hold up, the joke's on them, because whales are living proof that size doesn't dictate your fate. At its core, cancer is caused by somatic evolution, a process where genetic changes occur as body cells divide, replicate their genomes, and form new cells. Think of our cells as tiny protein robots, made up of hundreds of millions of parts, just carrying out complex chemical reactions, building and breaking down structures, fueling their energy, and making exact copies of themselves. These chemical reactions happen in complex networks, so intertwined it would make your head spin. Most of us mere humans can't even wrap our heads around it all, but these pathways usually function like a well-oiled machine. But sometimes things go wrong. With billions upon trillions of reactions happening in countless networks over the years, it's inevitable that something will go wrong. Little mistakes can add up, and eventually the whole system can become corrupted. To avoid a total meltdown, cells have built-in emergency buttons to self-destruct. But sometimes these buttons fail, and a cell transforms into a cancer cell. Cancer is like that sneaky schoolyard bully. It comes around when your body is weaker and older. As you age, your body undergoes more cell divisions, increasing the likelihood of a cancer-causing mutation lurking in your cell's genomes. Well, as we age, we're basically just walking cancer time bombs. And get this, our height and weight also make us more susceptible to the big C. That's right, it's not just the extra pounds that are the problem, it's our height too. According to John O'Neill, a fancy scientist at the MRC Laboratory of Molecular Biology, taller people have a bigger surface area and are therefore more cells. More cells, more trouble. But here's the real question. If cancer risk increases with age and size, why aren't whales dropping like flies? After all, they're the longest living and biggest creatures on our planet. So, why doesn't cancer affect blue whales? Blue whales are simply gigantic. Even the smallest of its kind, the pygmy blue whale, can reach a length of 79 feet. What's more, they live for ages. The blue whale's average lifespan is 80 to 90 years in the wild. That's a lot of opportunity for their cells to go wrong, right? Well, paradoxically, they don't. After years of research, scientists have come to a super trivial explanation for this seemingly logic-defying matter. Blue whales just evolved a better cancer protection mechanism. The most notable study of how blue whales weren't born with cancer was published in a 2019 journal, Molecular Biology and Evolution, in which the researchers analyzed skin samples from Salt, an adult female whale. Since oceanologists have been watching her since the 1970s, there is no shortage of data about her. After sequencing DNA and RNA from Salt's skin sample, the research team had an interesting finding. Compared to other mammals, some genetic materials evolved rapidly in whales. These materials include genes that regulate the cell cycle, proliferation, and the process of in-cell DNA repair. Literally, the maintenance process of healthy cells. In humans, cancer occurs when these protection cells are mutated. Whales' genes evolve at a faster rate to keep up with their massive body. Thanks to that, blue whales have accumulated much fewer DNA mutations in their genes over time. As you see, instead of being a death sentence, the enormous size of these creatures may be exactly what has shielded them from this deadly disease of all time. But there is still another factor to blue whales' defense mechanism. They have many duplications of tumor-suppressing genes, the genes that prevent the development and progression of cancer. As their gigantic bodies grow, these vital housekeeping genes also duplicate to maintain the species' fitness. Tumor-suppressing genes are considered an essential anti-cancer defense in the body, and blue whales have copies of over 70 genes. Some of them are associated directly with lifespan and the aging process. In short, sure, whales have a far larger number of cells than humans, and that should make them more vulnerable to cancer than us. Nonetheless, most of those cells are involved in combating and preventing those diseases. Overall, whales are in a better position. So, why on earth are we trying to find out why blue whales don't get cancer? Well, if you're not a big fan of whales or just love all animals, this investigation might not be your cup of tea. But buckle up, because the answer could be a game changer for humanity. Cancer has been a thorn in the side of multicellular organisms for eons. Despite all the progress made, treatments are still far from perfect and can cause nasty side effects. So it's important we find new ways to fight this beast. And guess what? Blue whales might hold the key. It seems that Mother Nature has her own tricks up her sleeve to beat cancer. Don't worry, we're not trying to turn you into a cancer-proof whale-human hybrid, but by figuring out the specific genes involved in suppressing tumors and how they work, we may be able to create a medication that mimics their mechanism and help cancer patients. Think about it. If we can learn how these big, water-dwelling creatures are able to dodge cancer, we might have a shot at beating this disease that has claimed the lives of 10 million people around the world. It's worth a shot, right? But blue whales are not the only one. These animals don't get cancer too. Elephants, whose 5,500 kilogram bodies have startling low cancer rates, have also been puzzling scientists for decades. But seems like the mist is cleared now. The largest existing animals on Earth can avoid this deadly disease thanks to two cancer-fighting genes, P53 and LIF6. While P53 tracks down the cells with faulty DNA, LIF6 eliminates mutant cells before they can develop a tumor. Interestingly, when tracing back the evolutionary record, scientists found that LIF6 had become dormant in elephants' DNA decades ago, then mysteriously revived. This intricate and fascinating research reveals how much more there is to elephants than their remarkable sizes, as well as how vital it is for us to study wildlife in minute detail. After all, their biology and genetics are all affected by today's behavior, diet, and ecology. Wait, so only huge creatures are lucky enough to escape the malignancy? The answer is no. Although they are quite ugly and confined to life underground, naked mole rats possess an enviable attribute. They never get cancer, even when scientists try to induce it artificially. The secret to this rodent's good health is a complex sugar that prevents cells from clumping together and creating tumors. It's still unclear if this sugar will be effective as an anti-cancer agent in humans. Yet, since it is found in the gaps between cells, or the extracellular matrix, the research highlights the importance of these gaps in preventing cancer. And there's one more cancer survivor: rats, which are often associated with sickness. You know, the Ebola virus in Africa, the Nipah virus in Asia, and most recently, the coronavirus that spread across the globe. Still, we can learn a thing or two from this flying mammal when it comes to cancer. They boast a truly unique anti-cancer mechanism, most of which is thanks to the presence of a gene called ABCB1. Basically, ABCB1 is an important protein that pumps foreign substances out of cells. In bat cells, it can be found in significantly large amounts. When exposed to toxic drugs, this type of gene protects the DNA from being damaged, contributing to bats' lower cancer incidence. This discovery can shed new light on cancer biology and contribute to the development of future therapies for humans. All of these living proofs let us know that, in the fight against cancer, our doctors and scientists need to hold on to any piece of help we can get. Beyond the lab rats, it's time to find the cure down the ocean and deep in the jungle. From blue whales to naked mole rats to human beings is a huge biological leap. But with their miraculous defense mechanism, these wild animals might hold the answer we have been looking for. Do you know any fascinating animal facts? Share them with us in the comments section. And if you're a curious soul, hit the bell so you don't miss our latest videos on science and mysteries.